Promise and peril of open source in 2 minutes or less. Cloud-based tools and platforms like GitHub and NPM allow us to tap into a global network of developers. In this video, we will be looking at some of the complications that might arise when we start leveraging these platforms. Specifically, licensing. Every package you pull into your project as a developer has a license attached to it, and when you pull that package in, you are binding your company to that license and all the licenses of that package's dependencies. For instance, let's take a look at this repo over here. We have a dependency file in here, a package.json. We can find our dependencies. We can take each one of these and we can look at what the licenses are in npm.js. If I take that over to npm.js, I can put that into this window, SaaS brunch. I can find that, bring that up, find that it has an MIT license, which is good. And there are 6 dependencies and 4 dependents. If I look at the dependencies, I can then navigate to those and find, well, this one has an ISC license. And now we're wondering, is that good or bad? So as leaders, we want to know what the differences are. What's the difference between an MIT and an ISC? And by the way, how many of these licenses exist? So if you go over to opensource.org, well, they have a pretty good list of them, and there's quite a few. So if I go back over to my package.json file and I pull in something else like React scripts, we can go back to a visualization of that and pull that in. What this graph is pulling in all of the dependencies for React scripts. And this, of course, is trying to put them into a visualization that you could possibly understand. I'm going to try to zoom out here because I've seen this before. It is a large graph of dependencies. At the top left, you can see that there are 1,447 packages that are pulled in when you pull in React scripts. Every one of those has a license associated with it. This particular tool lists all the licenses. These are all the licenses that you are now binding your company to. Take a look at that. MIT, ISC, BSD, 2 and 3. We can do a wrap. Now, if you don't know what all those things are, join the club. Some licenses have something called a copyleft clause in it. What that could potentially do is when you pull that package in, your entire code base then becomes subject to the license of that package. And if that license says that your project must be open source when you pull that package in, no matter what you've done, no matter what you do, you don't even have to touch the package. You have now made your entire code base open source. Things can get complicated fast. Developers need to know what they're doing. There are many tools online to keep track of open source. I suggest looking into packages in tools like Black Duck. So enough about the peril. What about the promise? Well, when you look at this visualization, look at this list of maintainers participating in this project. That can be incredibly powerful. So there's 2 sides to that coin. Have fun out there, but always be aware of the licensing that you're subjecting your customers to. And of course, we'll see you at the Houston DevOps meetup.
It's not gone to